at 5:30.
Well, most of our country has been dealing with winter weather, and a massive polar plunge is currently making its way into much of the southeast. You can see temperatures right now across Mississippi and Alabama. There is a massive difference just between the state that we are seeing now. You can see 18 up in Clarksdale, but down in Biloxi and Mobile, 58 degrees. They're in the low 60s, upper 50s down south. But here, you're seeing a massive change. Freezing temperatures already in Starkville and here in Meridian. Don't be surprised whenever I come back here tonight at 10 that you will be seeing temperatures well below freezing as that frontal boundary clear as day. It's an easy game to spot the cold front as you can see it continuing to push further and further into the southeast. Even looking closer into our area, temperatures are changing so much. 53 for us here in Meridian. NAS Meridian already in the upper 40s, 49, 42 in Philadelphia, 28 up in Lexington. A lot of us are going to be seeing more freezing conditions continue to really push into our area, and it's really not going to get better. Sadly, we're going to be dealing with freezing cold temperatures and even dangerous temperatures over the next 24 hours. So it's very important that you do have ways of staying updated and that you do check in on people that are more susceptible to the cold. Here's a look at the 24-hour temperature change. 11 degrees already in Jackson. Most of us haven't seen too big of a change just quite yet because that frontal boundary is pretty much clear as day right in between the area. Meridian, you're just next up on the docket to see the biggest change in terms of our temperature, and it's really going to be something to see over the next 24 hours on how much this actually is going to be changing, because this winter weather is no joke. Here's what it actually feels like outside right now. If you're further to the southwest or really southeast of that line, you really aren't seeing too much of a change. It feels great, I bet, for most of y'all out there, but people up to the north, 29 degrees already is what it feels like in Louisville. That's a 10-degree difference and change already up there, and over into Jackson, 33. You're already at almost freezing in Jackson, so it is very important that you do have ways of staying updated because it is going to get cold. No joke, really, really cold. We are already seeing winter weather advisories that have been continuing across much of the southeast and east Mississippi and western Alabama. This has changed a lot, and we have seen a lot of change just within the past 12 hours. Everyone has now been included in that winter weather advisory. So let's kind of talk through what we're expecting and seeing in terms of the actual precipitation. As of right now, you're seeing off to the north Mississippi, all the way up into Memphis, Nashville. They're seeing a lot of heavy snow at times. We're expecting roughly 4 to 6 inches, depending on where you might be, of snow in much of northern Mississippi. But here, we're not going to get so lucky in terms of the snow. I know some of y'all kind of hate the snow. I've been getting a lot of comments that are just like, no, keep it up north. But sadly, we could be seeing some winter weather mix come down into our area. So let's talk about when we're going to be seeing that and how much we could be seeing. So roughly around that 3 a.m. mark, you're going to be seeing on Monday early morning hours, mainly off to the north. As you're going throughout the day, it starts to shift a little bit further south. Starkville, you start to see that wintering mix and rain line really start to push down. You start to see more snow into the Tuesday early morning hours, into the overnight time frame is the main hours that we're going to be watching out for this. And that's not good whenever it's conducive into actually letting it stick to the ground. So it's really something that we're going to be watching out for, especially into Tuesday early morning hours. Look at how heavy it could be at times now. That doesn't mean it's going to be very heavy in terms of how much we're actually going to be seeing. Well, it could be roughly up to 1/10 of an inch. That's not all that much, but in terms of freezing rain, it could be detrimental to some roads. So it's very important that we do have ways to stay updated. It really just depends on how much moisture it taps into. It'll clear out, though, into Tuesday. Here's everything that you need to know, kind of just summed up for you. Freezing rain expected up to 1/10 of an inch Monday night into Tuesday. Hazardous travel is expected mainly to the areas north of I-20. Power outages are also possible, and make sure you do check your tires just in case. It's very good to have ways of staying updated like that. And here's what we saw today. About an average day in terms of our high, 60 degrees for that, low of 29. So we did have below freezing temperatures for that, but otherwise a very calm day compared to what we're going to be dealing with at least over the next 7 days. You can see Monday into Tuesday, things start to get really cold, and then overnight lows on Tuesday night into Wednesday are absolutely ridiculous. It will be in the teens, feel like temperatures in the negatives. So it's very important that you do have ways to stay updated and do have ways to stay warm just in case things take a turn for the worse and we do see a little bit more precipitation. But make sure